I'm Nicole King, and this is Marbella Now.
Hey, hey, it's a brand new day. Hey, 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 it's a brand new day. Halfway twisted.
It's lovely to meet new people, but it's also to welcome back familiar, friendly faces, such is the case with my first guest this week, Marisa Moreno Castillo. She is the Danish Consul, but she's also a very prominent lawyer with Just Law Solicitors, and it's a pleasure to have her back on the set here at Marbella Now. Welcome back.
Thank you. It's a pleasure for me to be here again.
I appreciate it. You've come all the way from Fuengirola. I know you're always between Malaga and Fuengirola. In fact, the last time I saw Marisa officially was at the British Chamber of Commerce event in Malaga at the NH Hotel. That was wonderful.
Yes, it was.
To see so many prominent people, different consulates, different delegates from the different chambers of commerce. It was quite a special evening.
Yeah, because it's the Scandinavian Chambers of Commerce and the other European Chambers of Commerce. We tried, because I'm the delegate for the Danish Chambers of Commerce in Andalucia.
Is there anything you don't do?
Yeah, but I should.
Yes, holidays, spend time with family.
And that's it. And yes, so we organized that, and in that event, in particular, was the British Chambers who was the who organized, and we are guesting by them. So it was very, very interesting, and let's say that the Malaga society, you know, civil society and financial society were there, so it was really, really interesting people here.
We get so used to our local Marbella, Fuengirola, but then when you get to the city, you feel a difference. It is different, the people handle themselves differently. You can tell that you're definitely on a bigger, not more professional scale, but it certainly has more weight.
Yeah, it's different. It's obviously it's different. Malaga is the capital. Of course, Marbella is wonderful, and it's going to be wonderful for forever, you know. But it's completely different. The atmosphere and the people that, even if we are the same people that move from Malaga to Marbella, is for different kind of event. Is that maybe Malaga is most, in the last decade, is more focused in IT companies, the museum, any other kind of financial and economical activity, you know. So
a lot of big international companies have opened up the Google offices, and all kinds of things have come to Malaga.
Yeah.
It's really taken off since they put the Muelle Uno in, and everything seems to fly.
As far as I know, Nicole, you have been living here for many years, so do you remember when the people will just fly in and landing in Malaga and take a taxi or a car and go to the coast? Now we are split. Half of the people is go to the coast and half the people goes to Malaga, because it's a lot of people that love Malaga. Malaga is a new city in the last, let's say, 15 years. It's
very clean,
very clean.
A lot of entertainment, a lot of cultural activities on offer. In fact, we were just commenting before that I could live in Malaga quite easily. It's you've got the coast, you've got the whole atmosphere of the coast, but you've got that real big city and the convenience of getting everywhere with all the...
And I think that maybe the authority were very intelligent to have the best of the coast and the best of a city. So Malaga as a city is very cozy and is very homely to live in Malaga, you know. So you have the good things for the big city, but you have not the worst things for the living in a big city, you know, like Madrid or Barcelona. I'm not going to say London, because obviously this is a very, very crowded city, and London has changed a lot too from 20
quite
years
interesting
ago.
Actually watching how cities develop and the things that change and the things fortunately that don't, those reassuring things that stay the same. It just made me think of our Queen all those years, and then suddenly the change, a big change.
A big change, that's it.
Has there been any reaction from, obviously you deal a lot more with Danish and international people, But for us Brits, it was such a big deal. Does it
Oh,
make any
yeah.
difference in your respect how people perceive England, do you think, since the Queen's passing?
Oh, yeah, of course. Everybody, like when you say the Queen, everybody knows that is the British Queen, Even when Denmark we have Margaret, that we love her a lot, and it's very popular, But when you say the Queen is the, where we mean,
Quite interesting, because
Yeah.
other countries as you have
Yeah.
have kings and queens, but
Yeah.
none quite like the British royals with their pomp and ceremony.
well, it's part of the culture, and it's part of the charming too. It's everybody was trying to look what's going to happen, and what happened with Mary, the Princess of Denmark, that was being invited, was uninvited, and later apologized because has not been invited. So all the protocols are
a lot of soap opera gossip.
yeah, that's it.
Talking about soap opera gossip, one of the things, being a consul and also being a lawyer, talking about gossip, it surprises me in today's day and age how many people get their information about very important matters from hearsay in a bar, or from a tax advisor, or from
Facebook?
Facebook, without going to the real source. And we were also talking about that a lot of these people don't have social responsibility, they don't calculate any policies if things go wrong, and people really are subjecting themselves to a lot more risks than they need to. How can we address this? What would you be your...
Well,
your
this is difficult, Nicole, because, as a lawyer, I have to play with the rules of the game. It's easier, much easier, and probably more profitable to do the things outside of the rules, but I can't, and I don't want to either, But of course, you can see many people, many clients ask us, no, because in Facebook, and even they can argue with you and even contradict your advice, no, because in Facebook said or whatever. I said, look, I'm an independent lawyer, so my client interest is my first interest, This is the first thing. And the second is I'm regulated and registered lawyer, but not only me, thousands of us, all Spain is the same that in England, And we pay, or I pay, and all the regulated and registered lawyers, and the tax advisors, that they are really regulated and registered tax advisors, and they have a degree, they have passed at the university at least for 5 years, and afterwards you have to have a training course, and afterwards you have to pass the exam for the bar, and I pay a civil liability policy. So if I am wrong, we're going to pay is my policy. But how many advisors, consultants, experts you can see on the social media, and people believe in them more than any other thing?
I think a lot of the times, you being the Danish Consul and with the Chamber of Commerce also, you will see that people will believe you because you speak their language.
Yeah.
So the fact that if they're Danish and you speak Danish, or if they're English and the person I'm asking is English and has a nice personality, we'd seem to take that to mean everything. And yet, curiously, chatting with Neil Hesketh, that you will hear a bit later on in the program, and he was saying, well, to really understand, you need to speak Spanish to really know what's going on. But if we just limit ourselves to the bar and pub conversations with people who seem familiar to us, I really think we're opening up ourselves to risk. What kind of problems do people get themselves into by not going to official sources? You must hear terrible horror stories.
But to finish in a court case, and maybe with a big risk, and all the money that you think that you have saved just to pay in less or even no less to not get the right professional. I don't say that to come to me. I said that we are a lot of professionals in Malaga on the coast, and you're going to pay. The problem is that the biggest part of the time they don't know that they are wrong until many years pass. If you buy a house and everything goes smoothly, and okay, but you can buy, no problem. But when you're going to sell,
and then you find it's not registered,
or
they had no license to be built in the first place,
or whatever. Or it's not finished.
That's what I get to hear most
I have seen in client that has been in my office and said, well, I bought that 10 years ago and I cannot sell now. I say, of course you cannot, because you have not the final building license, you know, or you have not the first occupation license, and you have to deal with it, you know, and to rent now you need this kind of license. And, you know, people think that, I always said that sometimes looks like everybody gets a law degree at the supermarket, because everybody knows about that. And, you know, it's a lot of you know, details that you have to take into account.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people that they registered with one place, but then they didn't register with the other, and then it becomes illegal for selling, or they didn't have the right registrations in the first place. Again, the thing is to be aware, to contact with the professionals who really know. And just as a comment, for example, came up in conversation with a notary, for example, you don't have to accept the notary that you're given by the bank or by a real estate, in the sense of maybe they're meant to be independent, and let's say most of them
They have to be independent.
but
Same.
at the same time they're paid by the banks
profession.
to do the job. You have to use your...
But you can choose, you know, you can choose always. It's when the people come to buy a house or whatever, I always say, look, choose your own independent lawyer, because if he's the real estate lawyer, the real estate, his business, and it's absolutely legitimate, is to sell houses. But our duty as a lawyer is to protect your interests as a buyer.
You've
And
got to
can be in conflict of interest of the real estate and the seller. You know, so it's for this that lawyers are here to help you and to avoid the problems going to rise in the future. Going to be more complicated and more expensive to resolve. You know what, I'm Danish Consul, because everybody say, why that you are Spanish, you are a Danish Consul? Because they need someone who speaks the language, know the system, know how to deal in the legal system, and has connection or get connection with the authorities. And they cannot do for
And
someone.
that's what you need in Spain, is the Spanish, as Neil said.
That's it.
In Spain, you need the Spanish.
That's it.
You have to know.
That's it, you know?
So if you feel comfortable with your national advisor, please also make sure that you do get somebody like Marisa, who has their titles convalidated, all the insurance and policies that need to keep everybody safe, and also that you're getting bona fide information, because it can be very costly when you save a few pennies, because everyone's so helpful. They're only helpful when they're making a sale, but if anything goes wrong, you want to be well covered.
In fact, when you go to your lawyer or your advisor, ask for the number, registration number. It's a warranty.
There you go. Very good advice, Marisa.
I have in my office, no problem. This is my title and this is my number, my registration number, the Malaga Bar Association, Madrid Bar Association.
Always better to be safe than sorry. Marisa Moreno, thank you so much
That's
for
a
joining us
pleasure.
again. Always a pleasure. Time just goes too quickly.
Yeah.
Marisa Moreno, Danish Consul, also for the Danish Chamber of Commerce, and Just Law Solicitors. .com, and she'll be glad to help you in real estate, in any kind of law. You cover everything.
Well, no me, my team, obviously.
Your bufete.
Yeah, that's it, my law firm, but it's true that we have different people specialized in each fields of the law, of course.
Yeah, and like my dad said, it's not what you know and who you know, it's who knows you, and everyone knows who Marisa Moreno is. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
Don't go away, back in just a moment.
Hey, hey.
Well, things certainly seem to have been back to normal this summer. So many events. I'm exhausted. I've been to so many wonderful things, including Kenneth Williams, a real estate company, celebrating 7 years with a lovely cocktail party at the Hard Rock Cafe. I also went to the fabulous cabaret night at Miss Raw, celebrating our lovely Cara J. Carrada's birthday. I can only but recommend it. Next week I will bring you Cara and some of the recordings I took at the evening. But go, book and go. What a fabulous night out. I felt like I was at the Talk of the Town or the Palladium back in London, dining and being entertained. It was absolutely fabulous. Can't recommend it enough. Also, I was at the Costa Press Club 20th Anniversary Celebration Gala dinner. It was held at Play Restaurant. There were 60 press, members of the media and communicators of our international community, and I can only say congratulations to everyone and how proud I am to be a part of such an established and reputable club that joins together the media on our coast. It's very hard to get information out, and between us we do our best. So I'm going to take you along now to Play Restaurant and the Costa Press Club 20th anniversary.
That is a gorgeous dress.
Thank you so much.
Stunning.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
Cheers, boys.
That's right, take your time. Exacto. Porque para hoteles y restaurantes. Sí, es por eso. Es lo mismo. Gracias,
There they are! I know exactly what I'm going to say.
I don't want to look like that. For the
Relleno de primavera y wrap de verdura.
Gotcha!
until recently, it was just in English.
Joanna Styles, congratulations. The party is already a great success and it's just starting.
Thank you very much, Nicole. Yes, thank goodness for that. It's taken a lot of organisation, but it's so lovely to be celebrating 20 years of the Costa Press Club.
Have you been a member for a long time?
I don't know exactly how long, but definitely more than 15 years. So I'm not a founding member, but I have been here for a long time, yes.
How's the club changed over the years?
Do you know, not a huge amount. There are a lot of people who were there when I joined and who are still here. I suppose the thing that's changed most is at the beginning most people were in printed press and now or radio or television, and now there's a much broader spectrum of people who are communicators, social media, not so much printed press and magazines as things have changed. But
it's a fast moving world.
Yeah, exactly. Lots of stuff online and so on. So I suppose the profile maybe of the members, that's what's changed most.
And what is your genre of writing or media?
Well, I'm a copywriter and a freelance journalist. So when I first joined, so this is an example, when I first joined Costa Press Club, I wrote for a lot of magazines. And then, of course, the crash came and a lot of those folded. So now I spend most of my time copywriting, and I also have Guide to Malaga, the website for tourism in Malaga. So
It's
that's
a
mainly
fabulous
what it-
website.
Thank you very much.
In fact,
Thank
I
you
first
very-
heard your name through that website with the recommendations of how good it is.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's good to know. Yes.
So, lovely evening. We've got a lovely singer singing all my kind of music.
Yes,
Very,
exactly. Yes, Rothio, she's called. And we asked her we told her the demographic of the press club, and she got it bang on. So it's all kind of 80s, 90s, nothing too modern.
But there's a nice mix because you do have some younger members of the press
Yes.
club, which is nice. It covers
Yes, we do.
all the
Yes,
ages.
exactly. Yes. Yeah. Probably maybe our youngest member is the early 20s. To I think our oldest member is nearly 90. So yeah. So there's a big age range. But yeah, no, nice. So it's a really nice club. I really like it. People are really friendly. It's good for jobs. I've had a few jobs from press club contacts, but most of all, it's a nice bunch of people.
Yeah, you can have a nice conversation because everyone's got something to say.
They have, yeah. Press people always have something to say.
Joanna, congratulations. Lovely to be here.
Thank you very much, Nicole. Absolute pleasure.
I mean, you know, my arms around you. How you
Hola, sexy! Neil Hesketh, good evening. So nice to have a quick chat with you before the festivities go into the dining room. This is the Costa Press Club 20th year celebration. I'm part of it thanks to you. You nominated me to join.
Thank you.
And such a big halago, how do you say it, compliment that Liz Parry seconded it. So
We felt the press club needed you, Nicole. It wasn't the other way around.
That's
It
very
needed your
sweet.
personality.
I'm very blessed. I love coming to the meetings. Always great people. What's the setup for tonight, Neil? What can we expect?
Celebrating 20 years, so we've combined a sort of cocktail evening on the terrace here at Play, overlooking the Mediterranean in Meehan, Costa, with a slightly more formal sit-down meal, main course. And we've got some speeches, we've got an amazing raffle, we've had some great donations from people along the coast. It's a lot of fun. We've made everyone dress up. Journalists aren't known for being the smartest dressers in the bunch, so we've actually made everyone put a jacket on, the men and the ladies have put on sort of summer wear, and it's got a really great atmosphere. It's buzzing. We're about 60 people.
Which is wonderful, and it's so nice to get the press together.
Yes.
The whole concept of the press club's so necessary.
Yeah, it is, and it's one of the things you always say as well. We're a 150 kilometre long city in this very thin strip, and there's media all along the whole coast from lots of different nationalities, different perspectives. Some's luxury media, lifestyle, some's news, and to actually get them together and talk in this modern Facebook, Twittery world, it's so exciting, and we just hope there'll be some really interesting sparks tonight, and all the better for the coast and everyone that lives here, really.
Undeniably, because communication is one of the hardest things to achieve here, that we all know what's going on, particularly if
Yes.
it's necessary. I was worried that if there were a tsunami or anything, how would we tell everyone?
Well, COVID as well. I mean, we were all having these lockdowns, and of course these days there's some extremely effective Facebook groups run by residents who aren't journalists, but they run and they administer them incredibly well. And so the media's got a challenge. The media and the press has got a challenge to keep up with this modern technology and the reporting as well. So yeah, it is tough. Learn Spanish. Everyone has to learn Spanish, I'm afraid, to keep up with everything that's going on down here.
And in the meanwhile, we'll do the best we can.
Exactly.
Well, Neil, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you.
Privileged
Thank
to
you.
be here.
Yeah, and you have a good time.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Lovely to see you.
Delighted to see you. You're the best, Nicole.
These are all good.
I'm going to send you. Keeping busy. Have you got lots of questions?
Hi, Anne.
So all of that you're going to do a full page layout.
Hey, sweetie.
Hello, how are you?
Oh, nice to see you.
So nice to see you.
You too.
Okay.
So nice to be here.
Yeah.
Hi, sweetie.
Joanna runs a good camp, Marbella. So that's been quite, I mean, he was always a kid with guy. Yeah, I see it. So, although he's got this weird...
Our president. Yeah, a little video for the telly, for my show. Looking after our Liz, I hope.
It's quite nice together. Was that monkey?
Senator Pedersen, I am the president and today the proud president of Costa Press Club. I would just say good evening, club members, guests, president of the Malaga Press Association sitting over there, representatives from the Faculty of Communication at the University of Malaga over there as well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Costa Press Club's 20th anniversary party. How can I, as the president of the Foreign Press Club, with a few words and a limited speaking time, hit the heart of this anniversary? Well, in a simple way. Hey, everybody, we made it. 20 years of existence as a non-profit association is without any doubt an exceptional result.
Yes, sir.
From being a spontaneous proposal among a small group of foreign journalists, including myself, the Press Club, 20 years later, has become a recognized institution with our own statutes. 15 members from 10 different countries, more than 100 meetings along the coast, and several additional activities such as official visits. Exchange of useful information between club members, our own section on Facebook. Not a bad result after all. And just as much thanks to the committee members to provide the setting for the gala dinner. Without you, we would not be able to mark this milestone in this magnificent surroundings. And many thanks to the management of Restaurant The Plate for making the premises and the terrace available. What a sight and a very beautiful view we have been enjoying prior to our meal. No more hesitation, let's toast to all the memorable moments of the past and all the good moments ahead. Sorry, I didn't have a glass. But now I have. Cheers.
This is lunch at Vegetarian. Vegetarian, we don't know, is a very successful lunchtime Los Boliches. Katia, thank you very much. Smashing food, very tasty, very good value, very hospitable. We hosted one of our AGMs there. She donated the first three, the trilogy of the Andalucia series, which is here. So that's not the trilogy, this is the trilogy. It's very patriotic. 121, 121. What I should say is...
Fantastic. I can't the
in charge of airport parking. Thank you to Liz for arranging that for us. Thank you to Italia, the Paul meal. Well, you ready, Paul? Randomly, I got the voucher. So these are the top 6 prizes. You've been very generous today. If you've not been to the Ponte Romano in the last few years, please do. It is amazing. Present the award. Sorry. Is anyone counting? 6 top prizes worth of €150. Thank you very much.
Everyone that comes and wants to join our Zero Hero Association, they will have free non-alcoholic drinks at our venue at any time.
Hi guys, Ross here from Hoganstown. Proud to be a member of the Zero Hero campaign, and we recommend everybody. Nobody drives drinking. Everybody who drives a car doesn't have any alcohol in their system, and we're proud to sponsor the Zero Hero program.
Joanna is happy to be Zero Hero partner.
How cool is that? G-Wine.
Thank you.
When I'm the designated driver, I think it's only fair that I get to choose a Zero Hero venue that rewards me with free soft drinks. My friends all get to choose and booze, and they feel safe going home with me. Make sure that you get your reward for being the designated driver. Why pay if you don't have to?
Joining me now is a West End superstar. His name is Michael Sterling, and he's come to the coast specifically to perform A Night with the Phantom. Well, actually 2 nights, the 30th September and the 1st of October at the Salón Varietés. Michael, good evening. Welcome. Hello.
Good evening, Nicole. Great to be here.
You just arrived, right, from the
Yesterday.
UK?
Yesterday evening, in fact.
You were performing and then just packed everything up and came over here.
Literally, I got off I got off the ship because I was doing a tour with the Phantom with NCL across their fleet at their lovely theatres on board and everything.
Well done, you.
So it's all gone very well. So I got off. I flew back, arrived in Southampton, got picked up, got driven home, hour and a half. I got straight into rehearsals, did a show in London. The next day, I flew here.
It's exciting though, right?
Yeah, it keeps you busy, and it's great to be busy again after a long break.
Yeah. How long have you been performing in shows and singing and?
All told, since I started becoming professional, 37 years.
Wow. Was this something you've always, like, were you in the school plays, and was this something you've always felt passionate about?
Very much so. I didn't do many sort of, let's say, school plays and things like that. I wasn't really that encouraged. Show business wasn't really that encouraged at my school, and so I had to kind of lead them away a little bit. But I started when I was 7. I was 7 years old, made my debut at my sister's wedding, day Elvis died, and the rest is history. And
Is that emblematic, the day Elvis died?
Yeah, well, it was. I loved Elvis. I was into Elvis from the age of 3. You know, don't want to wear Bruce Ray shoes, honey. You know, and you know, do a bit of Elvis behind the curtains, and it was fun. But I didn't really know I could sing per se until this day happened, and it was I asked for a request from the guy that was playing the guitar at my sister's wedding reception at the pub we ran, and he said, "Well, I can't sing It's Now or Never," which is the song I asked for. Yeah, I can play it, but he said, "I'm not that kind of singer. Why don't you come up?" And I was 7. And
you weren't shy or embarrassed, or
no, I just loved the music. I loved Elvis, and I said it's only fitting that we do a tribute to the King, and I did. And ever since then, I'd sing in the bar, I'd sing in the lounge at our place, or the guy would come from my mum, and he'd oh, can your Michael come over? It's a bit dowdy in our pub when we're livening it up a bit. So, and that's how it started, people's weddings and funerals, everything, you know.
Did you do any formal training to then progress?
Later on, my voice broke. It sort of went south, and
bit like mine.
Yeah, it was quite fun. I remember singing. I think it was like Ave Maria Grazie, and it just dropped. And I went, what's going on? Oh, okay, the voice is breaking. I never sang for quite some years then, from the age of about 12. And 14, 15, I had singing lessons with a wonderful Welsh operatic tenor called Alan Davis, which helped to build the foundation of my voice that I have today. And it's
right, because it's like everything, you've just got to grow into yourself.
It's like he used to say, it's like a fine wine. It has to mature, and don't be in a rush. Let it mature, and then when it's right, it'll have its legs, and so will your voice. And he was totally right.
And how did you make that transition from pubs and weddings to then going
I went on holiday
stage?
to Hunstanton with my parents and my family, and I did Go As You Please, like in this holiday park, like caravan park, right? And the manager and manageress of this place said, whoa, okay, I think it was about 40. And they said, they phoned up their friend who's the local manager of the theatre, come up now, can you go back on and do a couple more? So I did. She said, are you available next year? I want you to support, I think it was the Wurzels.
Oh wow, I remember.
The Wurzels, remember the Wurzels? And then it was Helen Shapiro, and then there was more acts after that, Bob Monkhouse, and so forth and so on. So that's how I made that break into that. Then New Faces with 87, and it with Marty Kane, remember that?
Oh yes.
And like the X Factor of its day, I guess. And from then on, I went with the international artists, saw me, and they signed me, and they looked after Cannon and Ball, Joe Pasquale, like Hale and Pace, big acts. So and I decided doing TV then in my own right, and shortly after that came theatre, I guess.
Each one brings its own something, I suppose.
Yes.
Each one's a new challenge.
Well, one of the first TV shows, the second TV show I did, was actually a royal gala televised for ITV in front of Prince Charles. Oh, King Charles
King
now.
Charles.
Bless him.
How cool is that?
I know, and I've done it twice, so it can't be bad,
Did you ever imagine that you would be where you are? Did you imagine more? How do you feel about where you're at in your career? Because you don't stop.
I don't. Of course, we all had to stop for some time, but the big reset, and it was like...
Don't say
but it's okay. But it was kind of a good thing sometimes in some ways, because you kind of rediscovered yourself again, and so and it's been really, really, really busy, ever since, bouncing back to that, and then of course the Night with the Phantom, has suddenly emerged.
And how did this come about?
Right. Well, I moved to a village, and so some of my neighbours where I live, quite famous rock star drummers and things like that, and I've bumped into a couple of them at the pub, and then someone said, oh, that's the Phantom, that's him from Led Zeppelin, that's him from, so-and-so. Oh, was he? Oh, he's the Phantom. And so people started calling me Phantom. Oh, yeah, he lives in there. That's Phantom. So, where are you going tomorrow? I'm going to see Phantom down at the... Well, I wasn't doing a night with the Phantom. So that's sort of came, what shall I call it? Well, darling, they said, it's a night with the Phantom. So I went, hey, that's kind of cool.
It is kind of cool. What can we expect from the evening?
Obviously, Phantom, Les Miserables from my role as Jean Valjean. There'll be things from, because I played Fagin in Oliver.
Oh, God, obviously, but the film with...
Ron Moody.
God, he was just... It was magical.
Superlative, I think, is the word.
Yes, it was superlative.
You can't get a better word than that.
You can't get a better word. What an amazing movie. What a performance.
So you will have some Les Mis, some high society, and a lot more besides. Some classical. There's probably going to be 9 or 10 different styles of music there, but it's all part of my... And I explain everything as we go through it and why this kind of came about.
Because you had a great career. Starring in Les Miserables and being in performances like Michael Crawford and following on from names that are there. You are obviously very talented in your own right and carry it yourself. But it must be difficult walking into such well-known shoes.
Yes, it's. Michael, he created the role.
Who'd have thought that Whoopsie in My Beret could have done that?
Exactly. Well, actually, Michael Crawford did the original Hold Dolly with Barbara Streisand, played Cornelius Hackle. So he was a singer, and he was a musical theatre performer. However, nobody knew him as that. Nobody really knew. He wasn't a household name because of that. And then, of course, that kind of thing. Then, what, he's doing the Phantom? Are you serious? So I think there was a lot of mystique about that, and I thought, we've got to see this. And of course, it was mind-blowing. So yes, to be then thrust on the stage with 20 minutes notice when I was playing Raoul, just to get in the show was great. But
how did that happen?
I was getting ready for Raoul one afternoon, Thursday afternoon, and I was a bit tired, actually. I need a holiday kind of moment. And then knock on the door, company manager said, Mike, I can ask you a question. He said, can you play the Phantom today? And then ran out the door, right? And I went, come back here and say that again. What did you just say to me? He said, well, in case you didn't realised, I don't play the Phantom, and I play Raoul, okay? I was like 24 at the time. He said, I know, but he's lost his voice. And they're all waiting. There's 2,500 people out there waiting.
And you just by the rehearsals knew the role?
Yeah, and I was asked to look at it by Andrew Lloyd Webber and Cameron McIntosh because the nature of my voice lent itself to that kind of role, but not yet. You know, I was 24. So I'd studied the role a bit, but I'd only teched. I think I knew what to do with technical wise, because you've got to disappear through the floor. You've got to, it's dangerous, you know, it's a dangerous show. There's a lot of tricks. You've got to know what you're doing. And in the boat, and you've got, so I knew Act 1 kind of in my head. And then I didn't do anything Act 2. I said, look, let's get Act 1 done. We'll look at Act 2 in the interval.
And how did it go? You just fell into it, I'm sure.
It's sort of, yeah. I mean, Christine had to kind of pull me around, you know, just the odd time without realising, because, you know, I had to take it to the right arc for that bit of machinery to come down and or whatever it was.
Well, the seal of a great performer, obviously.
Pardon?
A seal of a great performer.
Oh, well, I mean, I've been very fortunate to be given the opportunity and moreover the responsibility of something as huge as that. So yeah, big shoes to step into. And I think every Phantom must feel the same way. And there's been a few over the years. And they, yeah, because it always is Michael. You know, Michael created a lot of these movements with the hands and things like, you know, he created that. But it's got to be done within. You can't just copy somebody. You've got to feel them from your own thoughts. In fact, they said, chop those arms off, don't do anything. When I got the role, nothing, right, while rehearsing. Let it evolve. And then my Phantom started to evolve.
Well, I'm just so delighted that you're here. Those of us who live on the Costa del Sol, we are deprived of really good entertainment. I mean, I used to love going to the theatre back in the UK, so thank you.
My pleasure. It's great to be back. It's great to be back because I love it here. I've been coming here for 12 years now.
I hope it is the first of many.
Yes.
And that we will be seeing you on a regular basis coming here to perform. And if you contact Salón Varietés, you might just still be able to get a ticket. Friday the 30th?
30th and Saturday,
the 1st of October. Do you want to sing us out with just a couple of bars? We're already over time, but just to hear that voice of yours.
So what a bit of... Sing once again with me, a strange duet.
Oh my God. I'll be there. I'm going on Saturday, the 1st of October. Get your tickets now. Michael, an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, Nicole.
I'm honoured. This is so cool. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Okay. Don't go way back in a moment.
Zero Hero, welcome here at the Gaucho de Banús.
Welcome to Lemongrass, Doña Lola. Thank you very much.
Hi guys, Kazakhstan is proud to welcome the Zero Heroes. So come on in and enjoy free soft drinks for anyone who is the designated driver. Thank you, Nicole.
So here we are at Everest. Very cool.
Yeah.
Stickers going up.
Hey, my name is Govinda. I'm from Everest. Welcome to Zero Hero, to Everest Fusion, to enjoy your cocktails, drinks, and happy hour as well. And food, of course, is delicious. Thank you.
Welcome to Sister Taperia. Perfecto.
Alright guys, so I'm the designated driver tonight, so I'm going to choose the Zero Hero place. So all of my soft drinks are for free. And if you want to go somewhere else, just check out the Facebook, Instagram or the zerohero.es website for any of the bars, discotheques or restaurants on there. I'm happy to go anywhere you want to go, as long as it's Zero Hero.
Another anniversary is that of Costa Women. Founder and President Ali Meehan organised yet another amazing gathering. 99 women, again at Play Restaurant. Well done to them for handling such big numbers and doing so professionally and with such joy. Everyone was absolutely charming and the food was delicious. Anyway, let's go now back to Play, because we're going to have a little look at the people that were at the Costa Women event, which was wonderful, and Ali celebrating 12 magnificent years and over 12,000 members. Woohoo!
So tonight, the photography is being taken by Anya. She's a bit of a scoop because she's the evening. Esther works for Kudeka, and tonight we want to raise as much money as possible with these gift bags for Kudeka. And Esther's going to tell you a bit about Kudeka if you haven't heard of them.
And also thank you for inviting me. It's such a pleasure to be here, getting to know all of you women, so powerful, empowering women.
The order, just to let you know what's happening, they're just about to serve the starters, and then we will be having the flamenco show, followed immediately by the fashion show, and then we will have the main course and the starters, and the wonderful Laura Ellen will be singing.
Ali Meehan, founder and president of Costa Women, congratulations.
Thank you.
So many women in one room.
I know.
How many are here?
They're having fun. 99. We didn't quite make it to 100, but 99.
That is impressive. And 12,000 members from 12 years that you started.
Yeah, all the 12s.
All the 12s. What does it feel like? How are you feeling tonight?
Yeah, good. Yeah. I mean, it's just so lovely to see women that I probably haven't seen for a while, and we're all out. You know, we're all dressed up, we're all happy, we're just having a really great night.
You do a lot of online networking, but there's also a lot of presential networking, and you have little like band leaders for different areas.
Yeah, we do.
It's all very well organised.
Yeah, no, we have 38 different locations where Costa Women meet around Spain, but I couldn't do it without the volunteer hosts, so you know they're amazing what they do.
How do you remember everyone's names?
I can remember my name because I'm always saying it, but yeah, no, I'm terrible at names.
Just even this evening, so many people come and said hello, and it's like, I know you, but who are you?
And it's trying to find an association with that person to remember it for the future. Yeah, no, it's not easy.
A lot of people here are just for the social aspect, but a lot of people get opportunities for business and for growing their business through Costa Women, which wasn't necessarily the initial objective.
Yeah, no, that's very much grown and organically, but yeah, we have a lot of business events now and a lot of online business events. We've got 2 business groups now that meet circles, so there's a lot of opportunity for women in business through Costa Women now. And to share what they're doing and share their expertise and get a stage for their expertise, because that's really important to be able to get out there and tell your story.
You've got a background in business yourself and organising businesses and helping people be productive, so that's actually something you've worked at and got a lot of experience.
Yeah, and I think it's important to then share that, because otherwise it just goes to waste. So, and I think we're all on a journey and we're all following our own path, and sometimes the paths overlap and sometimes they don't, but it's great when they do overlap and we can help each other.
And the new Costa Women calendar is out.
It's out. I've got them here, so yeah, so that's
It's
out.
the 3rd year?
It's the 5th year.
No way.
Yeah, and I've also produced 2 more paper products which are just about to go to the printer. One is a gratitude journal, because I think it is so important that we remember to be grateful for things that happen, because we're so fortunate to live here, to live in another country, to have made that move and to make it a success. And it's really important that we remember to do that. And I've also come up with morning pages, which is you have a theme for the morning and you write 3 pages about your day. And it's something I've just started doing. I'm on day 102 today, and I've really enjoyed it. So that's the first thing I do in the morning. I have my cup of tea, I write my morning pages, and then I start my day. So I thought, why not share it? So yeah.
Fabulous, and it's lovely to see Costa Women growing, not just the amount of people belonging, but all the things that you come up with to keep us entertained and successful.
I try.
Ali, congratulations.
Thank you, Nicole, and thank you for being part of it.
Oh, I've loved every moment.
Let the music get to your heart. Let it set you on your way. No time to hesitate. We are all the same. So much trouble tearing us apart. Poison arrows shoot straight to your heart.
McNulty's is proud to be a Zero Hero partner.
Glad are proud to present Zero to Hero. Never drink and drive.
This is Mistro, a new partner of Zero Hero.
Alright guys, so I'm the designated driver tonight, so I'm going to choose the Zero Hero place. So all of my soft drinks are for free. And if you want to go somewhere else, just check out the Facebook, Instagram or the zerohero.es website for any of the bars, discotheques or restaurants on there. I'm happy to go anywhere you want to go, as long as it's Zero Hero.
Before we finish for this week, I would like to remind you all about our Zero Hero incentive. We have some amazing bars, restaurants, hotels and clubs who offer the free soft drinks to the designated driver. So if you're going out a group of you and you know they're going to be drinking and one of you is responsible enough to drive, don't pay for your drinks if you don't have to. You can go to our website zerohero.es for full listings of an ever-increasing number of places that are taking part. That includes the casino in Marbella, most of the bars and restaurants that are in the Marbella Arena, aka the Bullring in Nueva Andalucia, the Hotel Kempinski Bahia, the list goes on, the Harbour, Miss Raw, so many fabulous places, the Hogan Stand, the Cladder, McNulty's, Casa Tua, the Playwright, lots of places that just want to help us be responsible when we're going out. We do want you to drink and have a good time if that's what you want, but to do so responsibly. We're also giving out these fabulous disposable breathalyzers, thanks to Linia Director, the Road Traffic Safety Foundation and the insurance company are sponsoring these free disposable breathalyzers so that you can check to see your alcohol limits before you get in the car, because we want you to have a good time, but we want you to get home safely. It is all about getting home safely. If you happen to go out and you get drunk, think twice before you get in that car, please. Anyway, that's enough sermoning for me for this week. Do go and check out the website to see all the different places that are joining in. There's more every single day, so do keep up on that and tell your friends about it, and also speak to your local bar, restaurant, hotel to see if they want to take part. It's really just a positive way to do some more road traffic safety awareness. That's all it is, because we put a lot of emphasis on going out and having fun, but we want to make sure that it's all round safe. That's it. As I said, no more preaching. Thank you for taking part, thank you for watching the show, and thank you for sharing my guests' messages. You can watch recordings of the programme from the RTV Marbella website, or you can go to my website nicoleking.es with links to the programme, also to the Zero Hero website, and to my Marbella Moments column in the Euro Weekly News. That's it for now. Take care of yourselves, be nice to each other, and join us again next week for more of what's going on behind the scenes in Marbella Now.
You'll open up your eyes wide, you feel it's gonna go